How to record behavior and skill offline. To get started, we pick our class. You don't have to pick the system, either nursery behavior or nursery skills. You just have to leave it blank. You don't have to click the load records. You go beside it, you see a down arrow key. Click, you see two menu items or commands. One, it says you should upload record. This one is used to upload the Excel record that carries the data recorded offline, and this is used for creating the Excel specialized template where you can start recording behavior and skills offline. So we're going to go ahead here and click get templates. This download the template for us. As you can see, this is a specialized Excel spreadsheet, and when we mean specialized, the way it is structured must be maintained. Failure to do so would compromise this sheet, meaning that nersapp will not be able to recognize this sheet as it wants to be recognized. So as you can see in this sheet, we have two tabs. One is the nursery skill tabs and one is the nursery behavior tabs. These names are unique names created by nersapp or your portal to track these sheets. Please, you do not change this sheet name. The way it is, that's how it should be written. That's one. Secondly, on each of these sheets, you'll see some information regarding this sheet that makes it unique. This information are being accessed by nersapp to be able to recognize this sheet and read the data within this sheet. So considering we have the education level must be intact, the way it is, the way it's spelled, and the way it appears. Session is there, the term is there, the class is there for which we're dealing with. Then the type of system used for recording. In this case, in the behavior and skill system here, the system used was nursery skill. That's why it's here. If you switch to this second tab, you find that in the BnS system here, the system used was the nursery behavior. Take note, this nursery behavior and skill or nursery skill are the BnS system that we created, and this name can differ in your own case. This is not a fixed name. This is a name, just like calling me Akpan or Victor, but your child can be called Christopher. So you mustn't call your child Akpan. Okay, so that is exactly what we mean. So in this case, these are custom names that we use in creating system, and we can recognize it. So your teachers or your educators should be able to recognize this name also when the names are used in creating the system. Again, as you can see in each of these records, you see the student names and their ID. These IDs should not be tempered. These are unique to each of the students here, and you must leave it the way they are. You don't have to format them or sort them out. Then to start recording behavior or skill, at the right hand side you see a small note about what you should do in each of these cells here. As you can see, it said in entering BnS rating value, use the appropriate rating label in the BnS domain cell. That's this cell at the domain cell. So the rating values in the behavior system that we created were 543. In the skill system, the rating label were ABC. It can be any name at all that you choose. And we linked A to mean 100% performance score. And we linked B to be 80 and C to be 60. In the behavior, we link 5 to be 100, 4 to be 80, 3 to be 60. So for a quick work, we're going to quickly rush through this, but please, educators, do not try this. This is just for educational purposes. In recording yours, you have to take your time to record the appropriate value for the student performance, because if the behavior and skills are considered in the result, it will definitely affect the student future if you rush to this value or use inappropriate values. It will also affect the performance of your school for that session and term. Let's switch over to skills. So if that is all, we can simply click save and upload our work. So we're going to switch to our environment. So back here, when you come here, ensure that you pick the appropriate class that you are dealing with. This time, you might choose to pick nursery behavior or skill behavior, or you just leave it blank and come straight here, and this time you click upload records. Let's upload those records stored offline. Once again, we pick our class. You don't necessarily need to pick the behavior or skill system. You go to the button here. This time we're clicking upload records. We find the record itself. So this is the record. Click on that. Click open. So the record has been uploaded but not processed. So we're going to close this. To process only behavior, so we're going to go here and pick nursery behavior. Clicking on this, Excel nersapp will simply load the records for you here. So you can see these are the records that were recorded offline. You can compare them. In this case, we're dealing with behavior. These are behavior. You can compare the result if they're the same here. Please ensure you compare the work to ensure that everything recorded offline is being transferred here as it is. If this is it and there's nothing to change, or if there are things to change, you can always change the record from here and ensure that this is 100%. When you're done, you click save. In saving this record, as long as it is an offline record, nersapp will always ask you if you need to override, because it's possible that there were some already pre-existing record that were saved on your platform or in your database. So by saving now, it's going to override what was there before. Okay, and if what was there before was locked, even if you try to save this file, it won't save because there were pre-existing files that were locked. Any log grades in your database cannot be overridden at any point in time. You have to first unlock it. So, but in this tutorial, we'll assume that no record were locked. So if we click yes, it's going to simply save this record as new records. But we're also going to go straight again and do for skills. When you pick skills, you simply load all the skills record that were there. As you can see, what was written here is what we are seeing here. Ensure that every data is correct and click save. If you keep going back and forth, for instance, you switch to nursery behavior system, it keeps loading that same value that was stored in Excel. If you switch to nursery skill system, it will load for skills. The reason why it's doing this is because you are in upload mode. If you want to ensure that it doesn't keep loading, you simply would go to where you uploaded the records and delete this. When deleting this, it will stop trying to upload record because this time there are no uploaded records stored somewhere. So right now you can click this and load from your database, and it will load from database straight away. So that is how to record from offline and upload on your platform later.